It's great to be chatting with you, Samir. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thank you. Yeah, I love the movie, and I was curious if as co-writer and director, if you had any sort of real life connection to the story, if that's what sort of inspired you, whether it was, a pre-existing fascination with the story or your family was obsessed with it, or how it all sort of started for you and putting the story together for the.
I actually found a VHS tape in Goodwill. I go to thrift shops frequently when I'm writing to find film negatives and photos because they're really good inspiration for characters and character building. And I found this VHS tape that had this very colorful game show, and I was watching it and it seemed very fun, and I started researching about this game show, and then I found the Michael Larson scandal. And that's where when I started looking for the movie, I was like, I'm gonna watch this movie. It looks fun, and there was no movie, so that's when I decided to make it. Yeah,
Wow, well, that's very interesting.
yeah,
Um, that's a cool way to go about, finding your stories. That's great.
yeah. I think it came to me.
Yeah, of course. And then, putting the script together, working with this wonderful cast led by Paul, who I'm a huge fan of as well. Could you talk about working with him to craft your version of Michael Larson for your film and maybe how close you guys think you got to, resembling the real person, things like that?
Of course, yeah. So we spoke about Michael as an onion, where we were gonna be peeling layers off of him
Right.
as the movie progressed. So the four questions that we were answering throughout the movie were: what is he doing? How is he doing it? Who really is this guy? And why did he do it? And yeah, we try to be as faithful as possible to the original one. And Paul was really specific about the way that he celebrated and pushed the button. He wanted to really nail those two things, and I think he did. And I think that everything that he did outside of the 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 40 minutes that you can find on YouTube of the taping were our playground. We didn't know what Michael was doing during the commercial breaks. We didn't know what he was doing during the casting and after it. So those were the moments where Paul was able to shine and make it his own.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's interesting and job well done. I mean, can't wait for everyone else to see his performance and the soundtrack as well. I mean, could you talk about maybe if there were any inspirations behind, because I think that of course really added to the end result.
Of course, yeah. So obviously we wanted to have that very 80s synthy arpeggiated soundtrack that you hear. That was very key like for the time. But then also we wanted this romantic motif because at the end of the day, what he was doing was just trying to get his family back. And the inspiration for that was this Italian composer called Piero Piccioni that did a bunch of softcore porn movies in the 70s. So he has really, really good soundtracks for those movies, and it was the big inspiration for us when we were working with John Carl Kirby, who made this movie.
Oh, very interesting. And like I said, in addition to Paul, you have wonderful actors alongside him. Folks are going to be, pleased to see Walton Goggins, for instance, playing the host. I was curious if you've seen any of his other recent projects, like if you're watching The White Lotus, for instance. If
Of course, yeah,
Yeah,
big fan, big
yeah.
fan. I love
I was,
him.
yeah. What do you think of his character? Are you caught up on the
Yeah,
latest?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've been watching.
yeah,
I've always been a huge fan of Goggins, so I've been following his career for a while. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what happens at the end of the season.
yeah. Of course. And then with Paul, I mean, he's keeping so busy with some things that are coming out besides this. But then do you have a favorite project of Paul's leading up to this? Maybe something that caught your eye that made you think, oh yeah, this guy's perfect for the role, or anything like that.
Yeah, we were looking for somebody that came from comedy but had drama chops that could actually yeah, like be serious when we needed him to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely the Clint Eastwood movie was Richard Jewell was a big one.
Oh yeah.
But then at the time when we were about to start casting, we saw Blackbird, and that's when we realized that he was perfect for it.
Yeah. I mean, he's, I mean, he's won all those awards for it, and rightfully so. I mean, yeah, he was great in that as well. I was curious, this movie about a game show, did that spark your interest in other game shows? Is there one that's currently on the air that you follow at all, or a favorite from over the years, besides Press Your Luck?
I really love Japanese game shows. Sometimes when I'm just when I have time to burn at night, I just yeah watch a bunch of those because those are really crazy. I was really yeah impressed by the creativity of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that documentary about, I think it was on Netflix or something, about the guy?
Excellent. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Amazing, incredible. The sweepstakes guy.
Great, great, great. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Mind blowing.
yeah, he's crazy.
Is there something you're working on, that's maybe that you're writing or pre-production or anything that you'd like to share about?
Yeah, we are currently working on the new one. I like boiling pot type thrillers. So the next one is going to be similar in terms of the tone and genre. But it's about a reggaeton artist who takes over a hotel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. Is that based or like inspired by any sort of real life?
A little bit. Yeah, my brother works in hospitality and he was managing a hotel where something similar happened. I don't want to give too much away yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has some truth to it.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, I mean that sounds great. And my sister loves reggaeton, so
Oh,
that's
nice. Tell her to keep an eye out for the next one.
yeah, no, seriously.
Cool, cool.
Cool. And yeah, I mean this movie, like you said, with the soundtrack and everything. I mean, it feels very 80s. So did you find yourself revisiting any movies from that era, projects or any specific filmmakers that you found kind of rubbed off on you in putting together The Luckiest Man in America?
Yeah, yeah. We were watching a bunch of movies from the time. We saw um Paris, Texas,
Oh
uh,
yeah, great
with
movie.
Paul actually, because it was a good inspiration for the onion that I was describing earlier. Because we find this character who we don't understand initially, and then we start revealing what is going through his mind. I think that was the biggest one, yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, that's a great movie. I watched that recently, actually. So yeah,
Amazing. It's one of my
very-
favorites.
yeah.
Definitely top five.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course. Well, great. Well, thank you, Samir. I mean, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. Congratulations again. And yeah, I hope we can do this on your next project.
Thank you so much, Will.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.